So title hopefuls Arsenal host Steve Cooper and his struggling Leicester side, hoping that this can be an opportunity of them to get not just maximum points but also a couple of goals, because it's not something you have been seeing from Arsenal this campaign. Yeah, when we talk about Arsenal, especially this season, they have been defensively sound. Like, as an Arsenal fan, you're going to a game and you're conk sure that you can get a clean sheet. More so when you're now coming up against a team like Leicester City, who are not only struggling defensively but also don't score a lot of goals. So Mikel Arteta will hope that I think this is the word that's going to tell his forwards as well today, not just the forwards, the whole team. The fact that this is an opportunity for them to get some good number of goals, because we are talking about a team that has the hope and dream of finishing above Manchester City, a very imperious side in Manchester City. So the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear, or when you talk about Manchester City, is the fact that they are always going to be scoring a lot of goals. More so when they're coming up against sides like Leicester City. You get so Arsenal has to match up that by all means, because they are, like I've touched on, we all know how capable they are defensively. Like, they have been grinding out clean sheets for fun this campaign. Not only this campaign, let's also include last campaign. So they have to now come in the right mix and they start scoring a lot of. So Mikel Arteta will hope that his side, more so the forward line, Gabriel Martinelli has not been so clinical this campaign, but you still expect that a player with this huge potential and capability will find form, more so when you have now competition from the new arrival Raheem Sterling, who not only has like an experience in terms of getting involved in the title race, but also he has that experience of, like, this is a player that we all know is capable of scoring for you goals. More so when you have a man manager like Mikel Arteta wrapping his arms around him and giving him that confidence. So that factor of competition might as well help Gabriel Martinelli. And the other side, of course, you have Bukayo Saka, who is so reliable. So you expect him now to start also getting a lot of goals as well. Like, actually surpass what he achieved last season in terms of his tallies, not just the side of goals but also the assist as well. And I think with Bukayo Saka, it's just inevitable. It's going to come with time. So you can't rely on just one player to win the Premier League title. The last time we checked, City doesn't rely on Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland is just another player that adds on two goals that other players also scores. We are talking about a side now that has Ilkay Gundogan coming back into the team, a player that has won several Premier League titles with them. He has been scoring vital goals for them. We are talking about Bernardo Silva. We are talking about Jeremy Doku. Obviously, he's short in terms of him getting a lot of goals, but still he provides those assists. Manchester City has a team that goals can come from anywhere in terms of their squad. So Arsenal has to match up that, and to match up that good enough, there is a clear sign that they can match it up, because we have now defenders scoring goals. Gabriel Magalhaes has been coming up with set piece goals for them, but now you need also the midfielders to come up with a lot of goals. Of course, they are still going to miss a key player like Martin Odegaard in the team, but still, I'm going to emphasize on this again, even without your key player, because now Manchester City doesn't have Rodri. And when they tell me right now, when they tell someone out there, Manchester City fan out there, that Pep Guardiola is drawing up the lineup for a game, who is the first name that is going to put onto his lineup? It's inevitable. You'll put, of course, Rodri, because Rodri is like the connector of the team. The Manchester City side of at least the last 4 seasons, let's say the last 3 seasons, okay, has been relying on Rodri. We saw last campaign their games, for example, away to Aston Villa, where they lost 1-0 without Rodri. A game away to Arsenal at the Emirates, where they lost 1-0 without Rodri. So they have been missing Rodri. So that shows you that he's a very key player, but now they don't have him. So Arsenal has no excuses really in terms of like also missing their key players, because that's why if you want to be the best, you have to somehow find a way of winning, and the only way of finding how to win is by making sure that even if you're missing some of the key players, you're still going to grind out results. So at home against Leicester City, really, this is an opportunity by all means for Arsenal to really like start their season officially in terms of them banging some good goals. The 5-1 home win in the Carabao Cup against Bolton, be it against a much easier team to play against, will give them, of course, momentum. Of course, Raheem Sterling still scoring some goals, scoring a goal as well in the game. Then Ethan Manueli, the young kid who is highly rated at the club, also getting a brace. So that can help, though we don't expect a player like Manueli to have too many minutes this campaign, because what is so what we already know about Mikel Arteta is the fact that he doesn't trust kids a lot in terms of them making them get involved, like almost in every game. So you expect him to be getting minutes maybe in those competitions like the Carabao, let's say the UEFA Champions League if all goes well. So this is just I'm going to I'm sorry if I'm overemphasizing. This is just the perfect opportunity for Arsenal to score 3 to 4 goals against Leicester, because what you already know about Leicester is they are capable of conceding a lot of goals, and on the other side they are almost harmless in terms of scoring goals. Of course, Jamie Vardy has a brilliant record against Arsenal. Let's say the top six sides in the English Premier League. So maybe that, but apart from that, I really don't see a lot of goals coming from this Leicester City team. And Steve Cooper will be on his knees hoping that his team will also start getting a lot of goals, because they always look like a team that's going to be conceding goals. And the last thing you'll want if you want to survive the relegation, being relegated from the Premier League, that is having a team that's going to be conceding a lot of goals. The last time we checked last season, before we know it, Sheffield United was already gone. You get Sheffield United was already gone. Why? Because they were conceding a lot of goals. Luton Town, for example, used to give hard times for a lot of teams, but they're also still conceding a lot of goals. What happened? They went back to the championship. So that tells us everything that we need to know. And we are here speaking about the toughest and the toughest league in the world, and it's for a reason, because Premier League is a league of fine margins. It's a very unforgiving league, so to say. So an opportunity for us, to get right in their grooves and score a lot of goals in this game.